In Hebrews 5 it says, "For though by this time you ought to be teachers, you need someone to teach you again the basic principles of the oracles of God. You need milk, not solid food. For everyone who lives on milk is unskilled in the word of righteousness, since he is a child. But solid food is for the mature, for those who have their powers of discernment trained by constant practice to distinguish good from evil." Every time I read this verse, I picture a 17-year-old football jock pulling out a Sesame Street lunchbox in the cafeteria and sucking down a bottle while his friends are eating burgers and burritos. Now let's picture that same cafeteria, but this time all of the high school students are drinking out of bottles. A little weird, right? Off to the right, you've got your preppy girls with their pink bottles. Off to the left, you got your jocks with their blue bottles. And then, of course, there's some Bible thumpers in there with their white bottles. And, well, let's just stop there, because this is a little weird. Why? Because teenagers should not be drinking out of baby bottles. And then, of course, there's the opposite scenario. Picture me sitting down with my 4-month-old son and trying to stuff a filet mignon down his throat. Probably not a good idea. Why? Because number one, he has no teeth, so it's going to be hard to chew. Number two, his body can't even digest meat yet, so even if I can get it to his stomach, he can't do anything with it. He's simply not ready for it. At Access, we believe that high school students should be on solid food. We think by the time they're teenagers that their spiritual jaw muscles should be worked out enough to consume something of substance. We think they should be teachers, encouraging younger students to love God and love others. Yet as we travel around the country, we find that students still need to be fed spiritual milk. They need to be taught the basic principles of God all over again because their worldview is not consistent with the way that they live their lives. Even though they have great parents, youth pastors, leaders, and teachers in their lives, they still want to be given the answers and bottle-fed when it comes to spirituality. The problem is that parents and leaders are not the only ones feeding our kids. Every day, the average American consumes 7.5 hours of media, and every show, every song, and every movie is selling us ideas. Every day, students are handed shiny, tricked-out bottles. They see over 3,000 ads a day, and each ad is telling them, don't think, just pursue what feels good and what will make you happy. But what are they really drinking? When they pull back the label and look inside, is it really true happiness or is it just sewer water?